So I have this here. It says 13 biggest video game reveals and surprises from all the Summer Games Fest here. So let me know. We just work through this and just discuss it. So you got Final Fantasy VII Revelation there.
That was your big showstopper too.
Okay, so we'll start with this one. So let's take a look at that here. Let me pull this up and let's check it out.
Long ago, a shadow fell upon our planet. Guided by calamity, one man sought dominion through reunion. By his will, a star fell.
I was sure that the title of this third one was going to be Reunion, because they've had they've had dudes in like robes saying the word reunion throughout both of the first two. And they like especially went hard with it at the end of the second one, and I was convinced it was going to be Reunion as the subtitle. But
awakening mighty weapons to stand against this celestial threat. Now, hope endures in those who fight.
Long story short, the world's in trouble. It has been for a while.
So what are we waiting for? Let's give Sephiroth the beating of a lifetime.
All right.
That character does always have a little bit of a Mr. T sort of thing going on.
Gotcha.
The voice actor said he like watched A-Team growing up and then played that game, and then just in his head as a kid imagined that being how the character sounded. So then when he did the voice, he was like, I'm going Mr. T with it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for telling me the inspiration behind that. Also, did the Summer Games Fest, did it announce that Tifa was going to be a Street Fighter, or was that something else?
No, that was here.
Okay, that was here. Gotcha.
I'll make this quick. Good night.
The sky.
Every RPG needs its resident edgelord.
I can do this. I'll make you proud.
Just ain't your day. Oh my, is that a weapon I see?
As far as I can tell, these things don't distinguish between friends and foes.
She's just running up there by herself. Okay.
Let us put your faith to the test, Cloud.
Okay. I bought the first one, but I didn't get the second one.
Did you finish the first
Never
one?
would have made it this far without you guys.
Because the first one's like 40-something hours.
And I won't let you down.
42 hours. The second one is
promise.
like
At last,
80 to
the
100
promise is fulfilled.
and plus that if
The
you do
journey
like a lot of side
ends
stuff.
here.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just going to wait until they all put it together.
I mean, there'll definitely be some sort of set for sure. Whether you want to spend the 300 or 400 hours on them collectively or not, I don't know. But
Jeez. But here we go. So they list them all. So the remake is out right now. So people, of course, that can get that. That came out in what, 2022? 2020?
I think it was 2020, actually.
2020. Wow. Okay. 2020. And then the second one came out. When did the second one come out?
The second one was 2024.
Okay. And this one is coming out 2027. So is this supposed to conclude, or are they still going to do more?
Yeah. Yep. This will be the whole thing. Which, I mean, you know, again, the original is like a 30-hour PlayStation 1 RPG. So they've they've expanded on this massively to turn it into 3 large RPGs. I mean, even the first one, as the shortest one, is still like 45 hours or something like that. I've enjoyed them so far. I did sort of push myself through and kind of skip a bunch of side stuff in the second one, though, because I was getting burnt out. So we'll see how the third one plays out. I'm hoping it's maybe just a little more compact, like just a little shorter.
Yeah. So spring 2027 is when this is coming out there. So that was, I guess, like I said, that was the big one. That was pretty much the biggest game to be revealed at this Summer Game Fest there.
Yeah, that was their that was what they finished on, and yeah.
Okay. So not too far away, spring 2027 there. So it seems like they're spacing these games out pretty well there.
And that's if it doesn't get delayed, because spring is a pretty vague release date as well.
Yeah. All right. Another big one that people were talking about. We have Resident Evil Veronica there. So this was obviously a big one there. The Resident Evil franchise has been on fire. I mean, everything they've been dropping, people been loving. You just had Requiem that just came out just this year. I mean, yeah, it's hard to imagine I guess a game series that's been on a hotter streak than Resident Evil right now.
And it's all the more impressive because it was completely in the ditch after 6, and then 7 was this amazing turnaround, and then ever since then, this will mark 10 years since that turnaround started. I mean, it might be the greatest comeback for like a franchise ever.
Let's give this a look.
Oui? Qui est-ce? So, you're the American who called earlier.
You can tell they're cutting out Claire's
on the third
dialogue here
floor.
to try and keep it like a surprise.
Welcome to Paris. It's so nice to meet you. It's freezing. Come in.
Nobody's
in.
that excited to see an American.
Cold.
I hate to say it, but your brother is, well, quite odd.
In we go.
It's funny though, depending on these games, like 4, all the enemies have Spanish accents. And then here she's got like a French accent. In Village, they just said these Romanians speak perfect
again.
American English.
I think I just cleaned it up a week ago. It's like a boulder rolled through here. Huh?
Haha.
Ah, the delightful
I don't know
biscuit.
if you remember Chris punching the boulder from 5, but
Oh yeah,
I'm
that.
sure he would love us to help
that's
ourselves.
definitely what that was. Because this is Chris,
I'm so sorry.
his room here. That
It must be the maintenance
yeah.
man from this morning. Won't be long. I'll bring some nice coffee to go with the biscuit.
Well, those look pretty good.
Hey,
I didn't have
French.
those when I was in France. I didn't have those. Oh shit. So are they gonna show us who grabbed her? Or?
You hear his voice, and I believe it's supposed to be Hunk, that like umbrella super soldier character that it made a reappearance in 9.
Okay.
Don't move. Claire Redfield.
So this is a remake.
Yes, it's a remake of Resident Evil Code Veronica. which is a mainline game. Like, that's not a spin-off, even though it doesn't have a number attached to it. It is absolutely part of like the core series storyline.
Whoosh. And what is Code Veronica about?
So, Code Veronica is Claire's sequel to 2, the way 4 is Leon's sequel. So this picks up, in 2, she's looking for her brother, right? Chris from the first game. She shows up in Raccoon City. She gets wrapped up in everything going on there. Post Resident Evil 2, she goes to Europe to look for her brother. Chris is, kind of gone, into like guerrilla spying on Umbrella and trying to gather evidence. They make a big thing of it, actually, in the 3 remake. They make a whole thing about how Jill stayed behind in Raccoon City to collect dirt on Umbrella there. Chris went to Europe to try and dig up dirt there. This is like actually fully following that plot line up. So part of this game you play as Claire, part of it is Chris. This is also where Albert Wesker shows up with his like crazy superpowers for the first time. And then there's also the Ashfords, who are the children of one of the 3 founders of Umbrella. Oswald Spencer is like the big one that everybody remembers, but there was also was it James Marcus? He gets dealt with in Resident Evil 0, which is supposedly the remake after this one. But then this deals with the Ashford twins, which are the children of the other founder, Edward Ashford. There's some cool settings here. The original is a mixed bag of a game, though. It's got a whole lot of places that you can like soft lock. Like if you're not super careful with your resources, you can play like 70-80% of the game, and then without like having thought about like one thing ahead of time, like 2 hours in, you could just be kind of completely stuck and hit a wall. So there's some weird design things that they could really improve on here, and there's some story things that maybe I think could be handled slightly better, that maybe haven't aged the greatest.
Yeah. Interesting. So not a whole lot really we got from the trailer too much. This is kind of set up. Okay, announcing the remake, quick shots there. No real gameplay. We got anything like that.
I think everything you're seeing when it's showing like the environments, I think that's all in engine. Like that's all like kind of during gameplay environments. But yeah, you're not seeing like anything moving through them. But I do think they are like, you can kind of tell like with the fans moving. I think they're like active like in-game. Granted, the cutscenes are also rendered in-game footage with these games as well. So there should be, you have that consistent look.
You talking about after he grabs her there?
Yeah, right here. I think a lot of these environment shots are like kind of in-game.
Yeah. Okay. And then how does Clara play kind of differently from like maybe someone like Jill or someone like the other Resident Evil characters?
Well, it'll be interesting to see, because in Resident Evil 2, Leon and Claire play mostly the same. They get a few different weapons to differentiate them, but it's, mostly plays pretty much like each other. But it's really sort of as you get into these sequels that, they start to become more over the top characters. There was the big unique thing I remember from Code Veronica was like a dual wielding mechanic that I think has only ever been in that game. If I'm remembering right, that never showed up in any of the others. But this is also this Code Veronica was the last time Claire was playable in a new game, in like a mainline game. I'm not counting the remake when I say that, but like between 2 and Code Veronica, like those are the 2 games where you play as her. So.
Okay. So this is also 2027 that this is coming out here. Spring 2027 as well. Very vague. Spring 2027 time. Like I said, hopefully it's just not all in the same month.
Right.
Yeah,
Resident Evil, I will say, does tend to stick to their windows, though. Like ever since 7, they've pretty much announced a game and it comes out when they say it does. They wait until, the summer beforehand or the fall beforehand, and then, it really gets there pretty fast.
So you're dealing with March, April, May, possibly for this game, and also possibly for as well their Final Fantasy VII Revelation there. So we'll see there.
You'll be able to finish Resident Evil in a reasonable amount of time, though, compared to Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So how many? So if people wanted to play this game, Resident Evil Code Veronica, just play Resident Evil 2, or
I would suggest, like, at the very least, watching like a decent recap of the first game.
okay,
Because it also picks up with Chris, right? Because Chris and Jill are 1, Leon and Claire are 2, Jill is 3, and then before 4 happens, this picks up the plot threads of Chris and Albert Wesker from the first game. So it's a sequel to both at once. I'd say both of the first 2 for sure. You want a decent idea of.
Okay. Next one here, we got Spyro, A Realm Beyond here. Says after years of rumors and reports, Toys for Bob and Activision finally revealed the next Spyro game. It's called Spyro, A Realm Beyond. Says they don't know much about it yet, but also it's just 2027, no spring 2027, anything like that, just 2027. Were you a big Spyro guy when it was on PlayStation?
I didn't play it a lot, but I've always loved the design and really just appreciated the character as a mascot. I've played the originals, but they weren't like maybe favorites of mine. I played like a lot of the Crash Bandicoot games as a kid, so I guess if I had to pick one, I'd go with him. But
let's take a look.
It's about time, though.
They really haven't had a new Spy. This one they had a.
Well, there was the remaster trilogy in like 2020 or 2021, but that wasn't even a new game, right? It was just prettying up the original 3. There has not been an entirely new entry in Spyro since 2008.
Since 2002. Okay.
So it's been a very long time.
So saw a little gameplay there. Okay.
The full flight mechanic thing going on.
All right. I wouldn't say it'd be my type of thing, maybe, but okay. Looks kind of decent there. What do you think?
I mean, there's not a lot of gameplay to go off of, like you said, but I mean, I think he's always been a great mascot character, and I think, it's not that he's like really a Sony one now, obviously, but I feel like especially Sony has sort of let go their kind of old cartoony platformer mascots for the most part. Like we have Astrobot now, which is a great new one, but between Spyro and Crash and Sly Cooper and there's quite a few of these things that I think deserve to have some sort of comeback or some sort of new iteration. And I think this Toys for Bob did a really good job with the last Crash Bandicoot game. I thought that was great. So I think they'll probably knock this out of the park too.
All right. Let's see here as well. They did Until Dawn 2, but we already reacted to that. There's Persona 6. I don't know if you're interested in that.
I'm not really a Persona fan personally. I also wonder if that list is mixing the PlayStation show, the Xbox show, and Summer Games Fest all into like one big list too.
I
don't think they had Until Dawn at the actual Summer Games Fest show.
Oh yeah, it is kind of mixing. Yeah. Virtual Fighter Crossroads. I don't know if you had that on your list there.
It's not on mine. Although it was got my curiosity a little bit. It's like more of a story campaign thing than like a traditional fighting game, which is I've never been like a Virtua Fighter fan personally, but as I understand them, they're arcade fighters like Tekken or Soul Calibur or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. So it's a different style of game, which is interesting to see that get tried.
So is this the same game? Because I know they announced there was like a trailer one time at one of these game shows. They showed a really great trailer of like Virtual Fighter where it looked really incredible.
I don't know, because in 2023 at the Game Awards, there was like a Sega comeback trailer where they showed a few seconds of footage of a new Jet Set Radio, of a new Golden Axe, of a new Virtua Fighter, of a new, like, a bunch of stuff, and that might have been what you were remembering, but I don't know if this is the same one or if this is something else.
Like the music.
Well, the RGG is, I think, the studio that does like Yakuza.
Are we talking about your ex? Hey, I've got an idea for you.
Hey, it's Yellow. Bet you're hungry after this morning, huh? Same as usual?
Your sister's really taking this whole job thing seriously, huh, Divina?
Are they maybe Filipino? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Think seriously, huh, Divina?
I know. They really weren't kidding about this being a fighting town.
We're all fuck-ups. Otherwise, we wouldn't be living in Villa Sapara.
Villa Sapara. I don't know if that's a real city or not.
Kill them all.
I'm willing to bet it's a place for the game.
Maybe this is Thailand. Maybe it could be Thailand.
This is not gonna blow over, Cielo. You fucked with the Chinese mafia.
Oh, it's China. Okay.
I mean, it could be somewhere else, and they just have a Chinese mafia.
Oh, they just chased him.
Gangsters do get around.
Damn.
One more movement, I'll cut the fucking head off. All right, just take it easy.
What in the Chun-Li?
That's your
Madam Sue?
I'm assuming these characters
played
are
the
like,
part of a fighter.
if you've played like the old arcade game or something, it's like, oh,
You are
well, that
lacking in
person.
kung fu.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. I mean, he's like, is this like a big reveal? Like, oh shit, this character. Yeah, I guess maybe. I'm not saying Oh, good.
I was just saying, I bet if you know Virtua Fighter, they probably are like big characters to show. But I've never played these games really outside of like once or twice at an arcade.
Oh, I do know her.
Pai-chan?
Yeah, Pai-chan. I do know. Yeah, she's like the main female character. So I do. Okay,
Gotcha.
I've heard her there. Huh. Okay. All right. I guess so. I don't know if they're doing just a straight fighting game, and then plus they're gonna do a story mode, or is it just story mode driven? Okay.
Because in those shots, he's fighting multiple people at once in some of those, so it's like it's definitely not like, or it's definitely doing something different.
So it says here, RGG Studio, the team behind Yakuza / Like a Dragon. Very kind of, it does look very the Yakuza Like a Dragon. Is developing Virtua Fighter Crossroads, the first new mainline Virtua Fighter game in nearly 20 years. Crossroads is still a fighting game, but expect more narrative and Yakuza-like street-level action. Oh, and more sharing too. This one's coming in 2027. Okay, so I guess it's going to be a balance of both. I don't know if that'll be too overwhelming for it, or it can work out there. I don't know. I don't know if I would be that interested in the story mode, but I guess it depends on how they do it, and how interactive it is. But what do you think?
I think the format is interesting, but without an attachment to this, like, as a franchise, because you can tell the way it's edited and presented, it's sort of being shown off in a way that's supposed to elicit that reaction of like, oh, wow, they're doing this different thing with these characters that I'm familiar with, and because I don't know them, it just sort of, I don't know, it falls flat for me a little bit. But the idea of how they're adding to a fighting game with a story mode of that style, I do think that's at least an interesting idea. Well, I don't know if I'll actually end up playing it or not, but I respect the attempt at creativity.
We got Guild Wars 3. I don't know if you're interested in that. It's a MMORPG. We got
It doesn't
Resonance,
really do anything for me, but
Resonance, Plague Tale Legacy.
I've played played the 2 games that this is like a spin-off of. I don't think there is. Some people just love these games. I think they're good. It's it's a decent looking action game.
Let's take a look. I think I saw this a little bit of clips on Twitter. Some of the action looked pretty good. Let me take a look at the full thing here.
The previous 2 games, like within this series, did not have like action like this. It was more stealthy.
There's something on this island. Like it calls to me. You and my father found
Morphine, that's what calls morphine.
This is a spin-off of those games that had like the 8 billion rats on screen. If you know anything about them, that would be the thing.
The 8 billion what?
They did they were able to have like these just giant swarms of what just feel like an infinite amount of like bubonic plague rats all on screen at the same time. It's like that's a very impressive effect that they pull off, but I feel like that's the most famous thing about these games.
How do you like to have the combat looks?
It looks like it could be cool. I like the kind of camera presentation of the whole thing. It looks like it might be a little simple though. I'm kind of getting that.
Those ancient death curse rumors? Well, maybe they're true. Sit in.
Not the greatest dialogue.
Sounds a little too modern.
A little bit, yeah. Because it is like, I forget exactly, like 1700s France that the other 2 are taking place in, and it's a spin-off of a character like alive at the same time. So, yeah, it's a little modern sounding for what they're doing. But
it's only a few days away from September, August 27th, so it made the cutoff there. So this is coming out August 27th. The next entry in the Plague Tale series was revealed at during the Xbox Showcase on Sunday. Resonance is a more action-focused prequel to the second game of the franchise at the launch there. Xbox, PS5, PC very soon. I mean, some of the action's pretty good. I don't know if it's that truly exciting, but some of it's all right there. They showed a little bit. Let me show it again here, a little bit there. But it looks fast-paced, looks exciting, some of the action that they have. Like she's shanking the shit out of that dude, for sure. That dude is way too close with a bow and arrow, so he was fucked. But okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. Everything like that. But all right. And I guess a good counter parry or dodge system kind of going on. You see a little bit of that kind of going on. I don't know if that's going to be the new thing because Bond does that like yellow thing too. Is that going to be the new counter thing now? Everybody's going to do yellow.
Well, and for Bond, the combat designer from the Batman Arkham games worked on James Bond, so it's sort of that's sort of going for that thing.
Yeah. And then you disappeared there for a second. Yeah. You had 1666 Amsterdam. You got that.
Now that is one of the most fascinating things they announced because I don't know how aware you are of all this, but the original creator of Assassin's Creed was only going to do 3 games. You think about how many Assassin's Creed games there are.
Yeah.
And he kind of got pushed out of the company after 2. This is that guy doing a new IP.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if he's done anything else since. To be honest, I haven't heard about this guy doing anything since Assassin's Creed 2. So I think this is a fascinating sort of return of someone that we know has done something great before, and also real interesting style of game. I feel like we haven't seen before.
He just didn't do a YouTube channel and ran about where the games have gone since he left. He didn't do that.
No, he made a game with a woman in it.
Oh shit! Oh, all right. Let's take a look here.
I was born to be the collector, to protect a world I cannot be a part of, destined to be feared for what I am. It is my fate. I have devoted my life to facing them.
You could definitely see the Assassin's Creed in
power
it.
to raise souls.
Oh yeah. I've been to Amsterdam. Oh, yeah.
Corrupted by their gifts, tilting the ancient balance toward cataclysm.
Oh, it's the prequel to Catwoman. She's gonna get cat powers.
But at last, their debt is due.
The cat hasn't coughed in her mouth just yet.
The witches here.
Every choice, every breath has led me to this moment. As the moon bears witness, I take the first step. My time has come. I am ready.
No action.
And I believe the prologue is playable on Steam right now.
Okay. Very cool there. So it says, like I said, the original craze behind Assassin's Creed showed off his new game here. Let's see. Very intriguing. A bit like Assassin's Creed. It's a historical action adventure game starring a woman who uses magic to uncover demonic entities hiding in plain sight. And like you said, yeah, there's a small demo up on Steam right now, they also said. No real release date yet for it. It's just kind of it's just out there right now. Just announced it. I don't know. You think so from this trailer, you think they're gonna do game wise? Think it's gonna be like a mix of like Assassin's Creed or something else, like with you say magic?
The little like kind of bits of gameplay, like in the flashes of red in the trailer, I feel like it almost feels more like an Infamous, except you're a witch instead of a superhero, but like open world, like kind of very superpower heavy action game.
Okay.
Like it's almost giving me Infamous but a witch vibe.
And we know what they did to witches, man, back in the day.
Well, the European witch trials were far more brutal than the like Salem, like American ones.
So you do see some of that, yeah. See her doing some backflips, see her raising some people in the air, and it seems like she's doing that in like broad daylight, or unless she goes to like a magical realm and she does it weird,
like the Doctor Strange mirror dimension thing.
Yeah, kind of like that. And you see her kind of slicing people here. You see her. I don't know if she's on a broom or she's got a broom in her hand.
Yeah, she's got a broom in her hand, but it looks like she's just holding the broom and then flying.
Yeah. Okay. Very good there. Playing some Quidditch. Okay. Okay. And I guess this must be her coven, I guess, of other people there.
I think so.
And then the cats, I don't know what the cats are supposed to symbolize as far as witchcraft goes. Just,
black cats are just a witch thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess, women, they let them cats, black cats, there you go. Yeah. Black cats are ominous and, all that stuff like that. Jinx, I guess, if you see a black cat. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, not like a lot to go off of necessarily, but enough that is interesting. And also that guy, I mean, he created Assassin's Creed basically, and kind of perfected it with Ezio. And I think even though there are a couple games after Ezio that I like Black Flag, I like Origins, the Egyptian one. Ezio in a lot of ways I feel like was Assassin's Creed. And getting rid, ending the Ezio stuff was also a part of the series sort of going off tracks too.
And they're doing a remake, right? Of Black Flag, doing that remake.
That comes out on July 9th. That's very soon. Yeah.
Are you going to get it?
Maybe. There's some other stuff from earlier in the year I'd like to catch up on first, like something like Saros. But maybe. Try for a review code. See if we get one.
Yeah, try to see. All right. Let's see. The other big thing here. I can't believe you didn't have this on your list. You were missing this, man.
I'm assuming what you're about to say is the Stellar Blade 2.
Exactly. Stellar Blade 2, man. Blood Rain, man. They made a sequel, man. The gooning paid off, man. We're getting a sequel, man. Let's check this out. And you still haven't, I think you played a little bit, right, of the demo or something?
I played the demo, and of the first one, I wasn't super impressed by it.
Gotcha. I mean, did you only have one hand on the controller? Maybe that enhanced the experience, man. If you had, you're not playing it right, man. Take a look.
I hope we get like hostage videos again.
Those people trying to bring back, what was it again? I think we talked about it. They trying to see her not her cleavage, like her underskirt or something, or
It was that the costume had pretty visible defined camel toe, and then close to the developers changed the outfits a little bit, so it did not have camel toe on screen. And these guys were like freaking out, threatening to sue the company over the camel toe.
yeah, they were trying to do like a GoFundMe and everything like that. And I think we did talk about it or something. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, all these videos, these dudes. I'm like, wow. But there's a controversy with this game. I'm wondering if you heard about it.
No, a new one.
Yeah, new one.
I have no idea. Don't worry about it. The characters are just as indistinct as before.
Evie.
I don't know what she's holding. I don't know. You know,
looks like Bloody Eye from the first episode of Cowboy Bebop.
That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
You're acting a little strange today.
Oh yeah? It's our first mission in a while. Aren't you a little excited?
I don't know. Is this a different character from the
Stop
first game?
saying weird things.
I think so, right?
I think so.
Okay, take it easy.
Quiet.
I want to say yes, but I also want to say no because these characters are also, to me, very generic looking.
Tracking.
It seems like this world is very Final Fantasy, Metal Gear type kind of world.
I'm getting real Final Fantasy 13 vibes from it. Although, I do feel like the art style was more distinct there.
Well, just saying. It's a cliche. Wait, the target stopped.
Hearken! The pulse rain shall cease!
Joker tweaking. Oh, gee, what the?
Witness me. Okay, I thought that was comical. It's just the way he runs into the building.
Just explodes. Jeez. Very Tifa.
Yeah, it does it. Yeah, or like boxing style thing.
I don't know. I feel like Stellar Blade, I think, seemed like it was more of a post-apocalyptic type world, maybe. And
it was definitely like futuristic sci-fi, and post-apocalypse kind of at the same time.
Okay, gotcha. Because I don't really remember Stellar, like her being in a city environment too much. I only watched the trailer. I don't know if they do a city. I don't know.
I mean, I also only watched the trailer, but I think they showed some footage in like a put together place at some point.
Bob and weave. Very Ghost in the Shell, like very much.
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of that to the look. How many times can a camera capture like one ass over than a single trailer?
As many times as it takes, man. Okay. There you go. There. So they're doing a sequel, Stellar Blade. There. Gotcha. Can you guess what the controversy is?
I mean, is it that? Does it have anything to do with camel toe?
Nothing with camel toe.
Okay, I really I have no idea.
So it's the way the character looks here. This Evie here. So it's a split. So the people that were even fans of the first one, who like I loved it. This character was so hot, and I can't believe they finally putting hot women back in video games. Now they look at this sequel and they go this split and they go like, man, this girl, she's just as hot. And then some people going like, well, wait a minute, hold on, this girl kind of look underage. I don't know about this. She look kind of young. Like I don't know if I want to.
She does.
Look at it like that. But then some people go, no, you're stupid if you think she look like a little girl. That says something about you if you look at her and you go like, that's a little girl. I'm like,
she's definitely got a bit of a baby face going on there.
So that's the split there. That's kind of going on that you have.
I could definitely see her looking super young. I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she looks pretty young. With that, I mean,
She
again,
sure looks like a teenager.
very teenager there. I don't know about the lore of this still, but I don't know why there's a new character. I don't know exactly what happened in the first game and why it's not the other person.
I got the
coming back.
sense that the character in the first game was also like a robot, so I don't know if this is just supposed to also be another robot. But
Okay, so I don't know. She's another robot, and okay, is she kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing going on now. With this, but yeah, so it's like a split division between the two people. It's like, Tagoon or not Tagoon. Is she a kid? Is she not the kid? I guess that's the big moral debate.
oh god, I don't get the appeal of these Stellar Blade games, man. I really don't.
I mean, you didn't like some of the action. You didn't like some of the,
Some of the choreography is okay, but I find like from the character design to like the environment design, it's sort of, I don't know, like it's one of the reasons I don't even, now that people say supposedly it's fixed and the game's much better now, it's like kind of some of the same thing I dislike about Cyberpunk 2077 is I feel like it's so wants to be like a cyberpunk setting that it sort of just comes across as generic and without like a specific identity really. And this also just sort of looks generically futuristic or like generic post-apocalypse. Like there's just, I feel like I don't see anything unique about it. That like what is it that makes this its own thing? And I can't find that.
So this is the person that set it off there. Your favorite guy right here.
Jesus Christ. Was it him or was it the cockroach on his shoulder saying it?
I'm listening.
The Scarlet Sin. That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
Is he celebrating Pride?
That's strange.
What you say?
With this shirt, is he celebrating Pride?
Maybe I was on. Maybe just picked out his favorite kindergarten shirt. Very.
Why does she look 12 and talk like she's 30?
A little excited? Evie.
So yeah, a lot of people.
If he's noticing it, then like, how bad do the people that are like saying no? How bad are they then? Like, how bad do you have to be? How delusional do you have to be to not be noticing that?
But you got people like this guy. He says, I know some people won't like this opinion and might even block me for it. But I really appreciate that Korean and Japanese studios are still creating characters with attractive and feminine aesthetics. Thank you, at Stellar Blade. And Korea and Japan have no issues with women whatsoever.
No, there's no sexism in those countries.
There's no issues at all with how they view women in those things. But yeah, I mean, I didn't play the first one. This one, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I mean, maybe if it was discounted, maybe I gotta see. But the action,
I'll try the first one when it's like $10 or less.
So if it's $20, what about $20?
Nah.
$10?
$10 bucks or less.
Let's see how much it is right now. Stellar Blade here. I wonder how much.
It's a bargain bin game to me. I mean, that's like you should be fishing that out of like one of those seas of DVDs that they have at like a Walmart or used to have.
I see GameStop still got it for $60. Yeah, Steam has it for $60.
The demo I played.
Okay, 81% on Metacritic. It's pretty good. 81%.
A lot of people liked it. I mean, I obviously I haven't played it. I can't have like a fully formed opinion, but I just, again, I've yet to see that thing that says this is a unique experience worth having. I have not found it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was Stellar Blade 2 there. Blood Rain. Let's see here. What else we got? We already this was already talked about state of play wise there. That's Stuntman. And then also Sinua. Sinua. I don't know if
That was at the Xbox show. We can do that one.
Okay.
The second one of these games was I haven't played yet. It was one of those that like launched on Xbox and then came to the PlayStation a bit later. The first one is fantastic, and then the second one, highly anticipated. From what I could tell, it was kind of disappointing because it was very short and it didn't seem to have like that much more going on gameplay wise, and like didn't tell as much of a complete story. Hopefully, with that feedback, this third one, or maybe they could do a little bit more. Based on the footage shown, it does seem like they are evolving like their combat quite a bit.
Let's take a look here. Yeah. I know the what was the second was highly anticipated and came out and people were kind of disappointed, right? People
Yeah. Very much so with the second one. The first one, it holds up very well. It's very good still.
You buried your wounds. Left your people behind. Believing time would see them heal.
Some of the best like facial capture, like facial tech capture or whatever in that game. I mean, I gotta give it that. It looks really, really great.
And some binds cannot be broken.
Now, in the first game, it's sort of unclear whether any of the things that you're fighting are even real or truly just hallucinations, a product of psychosis. But this sort of seems to suggest that it's like very, very directly real, the situations being dealt with.
I like the dual wielding. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, the combat here looks like it's got a lot more going on.
Hey, this is Norse mythology.
So the first one, it's like, yes, it is, but it also, the first one really toes an ambiguity of, is this someone who is legitimately just suffering from the mental illness of psychosis and believes in this religion, and so her psychosis is representing these religious things and concepts? Or, I mean, either way, she does have a psychosis for sure. But whether or not like the gods and stuff are actually like tangibly there is sort of up for debate. The second game, from what I understand, just starts having mythological creatures actually show up. So I think they're going with it is fully Norse mythology, but I can't be 100% sure.
Okay. Very good there. And says 2027 is when it's supposed to come out there. So it's a Celtic warrior there, seeing as the first two games. This time around, she's fighting to reach the afterlife and reunite with those she loved and lost there. Okay, so we got two women in the afterlife, man. We got Alpha and we got Sinua here. Okay, gotcha. All right. So was that pretty much all the major things from this summer game?
There's a bunch of stuff that that's not in that list. Alien Isolation 2.
Okay, let's pull that up.
That's a big one.
Let's do this here. Alien Isolation 2. All right. I'm gonna go GameStop. They got it. They got it. I'm gonna watch it on good old GameStop. They only got 159,000 subscribers on the GameStop YouTube.
That doesn't even surprise me, to be honest. People do not like GameStop.
Are you subscribed? Did they make you subscribe when you were an employee?
No, not to that at least.
Okay, let's take a look here. Alien Isolation 2.
So the first game, right, really is recreating the feel of the first film. It's on the derelict ship and all that. This seems to be like set on a planet, like a colony. So this seems to be trying to sort of do the second film much in the same way.
So why didn't they call it Aliens Isolation?
I guess they're breaking with history.
Do you understand? Yes. I understand.
And are you still playing as Ripley's daughter there?
I'm assuming so, because it doesn't say in the trailer, but the first game ended on a cliffhanger. And I assume they're going to be resolving or picking up from. Who knows? If they get to a trilogy eventually, maybe Ripley's daughter, and Amanda ends up having a better trilogy than the actual film character did.
So it seems like there's no set release date for this really here. They just kind of announced it and dropped it. Yeah. Alien Isolation. I mean, long-awaited sequel. A lot of people have been hoping for it. I mean, the game came out
12 years already.
Been 12 years there. Yeah. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm glad I ended up going back and giving the first one just more of a shot, because I ended up loving it. I mean, the review is up on your channel, and people can check that out if they want to hear my in-depth thoughts. But I kind of loved the first game, so I'm very looking forward to this. And I didn't have to wait as long as everybody else.
So what will be your next game there? With
Mighty Cuphead Adventure.
Mighty Cuphead Adventure there.
And it's actually a double announcement, because they came out with a video, had a little skit of a Cuphead puppet doing like a news broadcast. And he announces a game, like a new full Cuphead, it doesn't say sequel exactly, but new Cuphead game. And then he also says, "Oh, but then there's like another smaller side project," and then we get like a real trailer for that.
You looking sharp, Jeff Keighley over here.
It's a good suit. It's a good color.
Yeah, I'd gotta look good for Hideo Kojima. Maybe he could be watching.
He didn't seem to be here at
I'm
all.
Cuphead here at Studio MDHR headquarters, and today we have a special announcement for all of you. We're happy to confirm that development has begun on a brand new hand-animated Cuphead video game. Our talented team is hard at work on this ambitious project, which will take Cuphead and friends on a fresh, exciting adventure. It's still in early stages, but we look forward to revealing more when the time is right. Well, from all of us here at Studio MDHR, thank you for... I didn't know this was plugged in. Hello? Yes? Oh, indeed. Oh, you want me to tell them? Yes, I'll tell them. Yes, right now. Well, it seems I have one more surprise. A small team within our studio has been working in secret on something completely different. This new project is a love letter to the era that brought us into the world of video games. We have prepared a sneak peek, and I'd say it's pretty radical. Over here? Ahem. Pretty radical.
Let's roll the clip. Now in development at Studio MDHR. It's Mighty Cuphead Adventure.
Real old school.
A new fast-action platform shooter with arcade-quality graphics and amazing
Oh, that damn
sound.
carrot. Oh, that fucking carrot.
Mighty Cuphead Adventure.
It was a tough game, man. It was a tough game. I still sometimes look back and I think, how did I even finish that? But
I know Martin's thinking the same thing. Yeah,
he didn't finish it.
He didn't finish it. Okay, it's pretty cool. It's cute. there.
And it'll probably be insanely brutally difficult.
Oh yeah, yeah. That cute little style is gonna piss you off. Yeah, very good there. But same thing. No real official anything. Just kind of just
It's
release
coming
date.
at some point.
It's just coming. Okay, very good there. Was Fable at the summer game, or was that something else?
That was at the Microsoft show.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Anything else from the?
Yeah, we still got a couple things. The next big, well, you know what? Here, let's do a smaller one first because you don't even need to show a trailer for this because it's so brief that it's like not even game footage. But a couple of years ago, they announced a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle: The Last Ronin game over at Saber Interactive, or not even Saber Interactive, Embracer Group. Actually, it was going to be the team that did the Destroy All Humans remakes that was going to be doing this. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And this, kind of teaser that they had announced that Platinum, right, who did Bayonetta and Metal Gear Rising, they're now handling this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. This is the comic book where it's like 3 of them, right, have died, and it's like sort of darker in the future, and like one of them is carrying the weapons of all 4.
Let's take a look.
Resynced, which is arriving July 9th. Now it's time for the announcement of a game that reunites one of the best action game developers in the world with a legendary franchise.
This Paramount Games Studio logo is starting to pop up on things now too.
Well, they're trying to own everything. Bayonetta, Nier, Automata, Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah. Platinum Games.
Done some killer stuff.
And what's on that newspaper there? What's that say? Foot takes over city.
Oh, there you go.
Where's Batman when you need him? They kind of do a remix of a TMNT song. The Last Ronin here.
This is a very well-liked comic book, so it's going straight from comic to game adaptation.
Join the Resistance. Anything on that website? Did you check that website?
I did not actually look at the website.
I'll check it out real quick there, but this has piqued my interest heavily there. I do want to see what they do with that. When they plan on doing like a movie that got canceled or something like that? Or
I don't know if I ever heard about a movie of it, but like I said, this game was sort of announced a while ago at a different team, a different studio, and now this is sort of it being re-announced at Platinum. So I mean, maybe you're thinking of just that older announcement, but as far as I know, I don't think it's been said to be getting a movie adaptation.
Yeah. So this is the website right here. So this is just announcing some games that they have.
It's just all the games that they have in production.
Yeah, there's that. That Avatar Legends game, that looks good. That Avatar looks like the animation style I like a lot of it. They did with it, so that's nice. And we're going to talk about another one because are they behind Star Trek too, right?
Yeah, that's the Paramount Games overall like logo or whatever. But the Star Trek game is going to be developed by a very different studio.
Okay, interesting there. All right, so that, and then also I see that you have here Blood Message as well.
Yes, and this is actually a game we've talked about one time before. They showed like a 5-minute long trailer for this, like last fall or something like that, and we did talk about it on the show. But it looked great then. This is a very impressive trailer as well. Really digging what I'm seeing. I don't know if this will be the next big one after Black Myth Wukong, or Tides of Annihilation. That's also a Chinese game, but like we're really starting to see that rise of AAA Chinese games coming up.
Let's take a look.
All right. Well, next we travel to the east, to China, circa 848 AD. Blood Message is a cinematic single-player action-adventure game from.
He accentuated that China, didn't he? China.
This is like Trump.
Odyssey with his son, fighting against impossible odds.
河西始于吐蕃50余载，一齐分起，却从未有人坚守如我等之久。今日天枪大捷，以寡破众，陪对着当即首功。好剑，又进进了，
该你了。
Kind of reminds me of a movie that just came out. It was an action film, Chinese film.
大人们说，只要河西归唐，你不打仗，也能守住我们的家。
Like a big historical epic movie or something like that.
Let me see. Yeah, it was like I think maybe around during the same time.
That's like a Lord of the Rings like scale castle siege.
Are these Mongolians or these?
I can't tell exactly what's going on here conflict-wise. They might be.
I'm judging based on the hat, I guess.
Yeah, no. Now that I'm like looking a little closer at like what they're wearing, I do think it might be. Because the way that the like armored skirts look as well as in the weapons. Yeah, I think you're right.
Blades of the Guardians. That's what it was. Blades of the.
I don't think I've even heard of that.
Yeah.
You know where they got that shot?
Man, good old Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, Battle of the Bastards. Game of Thrones did have some great battle sequences when they were on point. They did.
Yeah, no, I mean it's for all of its failings at the end, I mean it still did a lot of landmark things.
And I wonder if we're gonna go through history, or we're gonna see the kid grow up too. We're gonna have a son moment with like John Marston playing his bitch ass son.
The first trailer that we looked at last year had almost a Last of Us feel to it, where it was like a lot of the game in that footage seemed to be like traveling across like a great distance with both the father and son together.
Okay, very cool there. But I'm really looking forward to Blood Message there. Did it give a release date there, or
it didn't?
Yeah, still no release date. Okay,
Fortunately, it'll probably be like Black Myth Wukong, where it's like it takes a good few years before it actually comes out.
Yeah. So this was the movie there. Great action film if you can check it out there. It kind of reminded me of something like this. Kind of going very much like, and I think the director of this is the same guy who did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think it's the same, or the same fight choreographer or something like that. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, I might call her be interested.
So yeah, you had that. But yeah, so it's a lot kind of going on here. It's even got a woman with a bow and arrow like her. She's got a bow and arrow and everything, and yeah, kind of happening. So yeah, this kind of reminded me of Jet Li's in the movie.
There you go. As long as he's not a mummy, we're good.
Yeah, he's in the movie for a little bit. So I'm very cool there. Awesome stuff. And then what else we got here? Let's see. You put up Control Resonant. Is any new footage? No?
It is a completely different trailer.
Okay.
They just had it at both events.
Let's see. Let's go to this one. All right. Let's take a look here.
At the Game Awards, we introduced the next game from Remedy Entertainment. Here's a new look at the mind-bending world of Control Resonant.
It's been 7 years. The oldest house has fallen. Everything we tried to contain is now loose in the streets of Manhattan. This was caused by a new type of hostile resonance. It is beyond anything that we can currently measure. It's all quite terrifying.
The House of Mirrors.
That whole city has like been Rubik's cubed up.
There's some good music in these trailers.
Yeah, Remedy doesn't miss with the music. I can't wait to hear what the full soundtrack of this game is. Give me a new old Gods of Asgard song.
This sounds more Korean.
I think they're speaking Finnish.
Finnish? Oh.
Yeah, it's got more of a Scandinavian sound.
Oh. That's a cool shot right there.
All we can do is dig deeper. Keep searching for the solutions in every way we can.
Will you play as Jesse in this? You think he probably will play as?
I mean, maybe as like a.
Right now, it's time.
Maybe as like a surprise that they're saving, but I honestly, because you don't play as multiple characters in the first one at all, and although it is a thing with sequels in general, Max Payne 2 plays the second character, Alan Wake 2 plays the second character. I get the feeling that I don't think so. I really think this will be all Dylan's game. Though the if you remember when in the first Control there is a suggestion of Jesse and Dylan actually being like the same person, whether that's this reality or a different reality, where in one world they're siblings and another world they're one person, and I could see them like leaning even more into sort of that implication.
Nice. Okay. I'm hyped for this. This is my #1 game of the year. I'm looking forward to it, so I'm going to buy this for sure. If I had to buy 2 games, it's Control and Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm gonna make those my top 2 priorities for sure.
Yeah.
Everything else has to just get staggered down a giant list.
Let's see. So you also got the Blood of Dawn Walker.
Yeah, this is one we've been seeing for a while at this point, but it's come. Guess what month it comes out?
Good old September, man.
Yep. I do think that it's not like that. I would say I have a whole lot new to say about it, but I think it continues to look pretty awesome.
I don't think I've seen this before.
Little surprise again.
Oh, we've talked about it on the show a couple times.
Let me see if I remember it.
It's made by this guy that was the director of one of the DLC expansions for The Witcher 3, which was a very like vampire fantasy centric thing. He sort of split off, formed a new studio, and this is like a big vampire, like pure vampire fantasy RPG.
I have The Witcher, never played it. I have Witcher 3 because I heard
it's like 300 hours. So
okay,
it's good. It is good. It's so long though. Like
even to finish the main story. The main story is what, like 80 hours, 40 hours.
I'll see if I can get a good time on that.
Damn, that's a good black guy reaction. What the hell, man? What the fuck? Oh, yeah.
Hey, he left the room. That's the smart thing to do. Don't stick around and watch.
You don't give up easy, eh?
So, like 60 hours to be just the main story.
You certainly have reasons to hate me. My son, you ruined my life. We crave the same thing.
Evil? Am I evil? They adore me.
You're a pawn in Brentus's hands, nothing more.
This won't end well for you.
I've done the unthinkable for my own family.
Part of the thing with this is you have different ability sets during the day versus the night, because it's sort of like Blade being a daywalker type thing, right? But that you have more access to vampiric abilities at nighttime. getting into like vampires from like different countries and stuff too. So like there's like an actual like political landscape in this like medieval. I think this looks pretty awesome.
September 3rd.
At least it's not the same week as a bunch of the other ones. But
my name is Konrad Tomaszkiewicz, and I'm the game director of The Blood of Dawnwalker. What you just saw was an invitation to join us on an adventure.
Sound like a vampire.
Adventure through eras and
his
cultures.
last name tries
in our
to
story-driven open world. In our eras and cultures. In our story-driven
Hamza
open
Waski?
world dark fantasy saga. The first
good a
part,
guess as I could
the
have.
CGI, shows where our saga leads to. A present-day adventure. The gameplay segment that followed is from our current game, and it's an origin story of Cohen. I hope you will have as much fun playing our game as we had.
I like that bomber jacket.
Thank you, and have great rest of the show.
Why is it coming out on September, man? All right, very cool there. Okay, like looks fun. I mean, I think I might wait for a discount for it. With all the stuff coming out in September.
Yeah, I'm certainly not picking it up day one with everything else going on. But
Yeah.
if it was in a different month where there wasn't a lot else coming out, I could absolutely see myself picking up that up day one.
Always fun to play some good old vampires and things like that there. Still no Blade. No, they didn't show no more footage of that, huh? Nothing.
No, when they originally announced it, I think 2027 was the super far away year it had attached to it, and that's now next year. We're not that far away from 2027, and yeah, we still haven't seen it get brought up again.
All right.
If it shows up at something, it's going to be at an Xbox show specifically, though.
Gotcha. Star Wars Zero Company. Was this the racing game?
No, this is actually made by the people that do like XCOM. They did that Marvel Midnight Suns game a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is like a tactics, like a true tactics game.
Let's take a look here. Let me go back.
This fall. Next up is a brand new game from BitReactor, a studio formed by some of the most experienced developers in the tactics genre. This is Star Wars Zero Company.
Intelligence was just briefed of a separatist fleet massing in the Serralana system.
Then we need to make our move.
I don't know if she looks familiar or not.
I don't recognize her, but
Zero Company.
Is that from a actual Star Wars thing, Zero Company? Is that like in the lore?
I think it's made up for this. I think it's an original like team or group.
I've been tracking Fathom for months. She's at the center of it all.
All right, let's get a team together.
Oh. They should have put my guy in the game, Kit Fisto. They should put Kit Fisto in here, man. Yeah.
I mean, it is prequel era, so maybe he'll show up.
They got Darth Maul's sister in here too.
Because you just kind of customize your soldiers, and they can just die too any time in games like this.
Ex-cons. And
So you can have like a memorial wall of all your dead by the end.
We just gotta finish this job.
Some of these people do look and sound familiar. Like the main guy kind of looks and sounds familiar.
Of course, they got to have something from a movie in there.
Yeah. And it's,
Although I think it'll be as a boss fight, which is kind of a cool, different way to do that.
Yeah. Looks a little bit different than Hayden Christensen. They go in a little bit of a different design, I feel like.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Kind of with that. Let's see here.
Yeah, this is a true like battle strategy, like tactics game. So like, it's a very specific genre. If you're not into that genre, you're probably not going to be into any games from it. But like, no matter how particularly good at it that individual game is, I like these types of games, so I'm all hook, line, sinker, sold on it. But this is not going to be appealing to people that just like want like an action game for sure.
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I think you got to be either into it or not. Yeah, so if people like this, I mean, yeah, good if you're a type of thing there, if this is what you're into.
Same thing with like Marvel's Midnight Suns. Like I wouldn't just recommend it if you like Marvel. I'd recommend it if you like tactics games.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any information about any of the actors there. They're not listed yet, but okay, very cool. And does this have no release date on? Oh yeah, August 27th this year.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Again, in a year or 2 months that are less packed than this, I would maybe consider getting that right away. Again, because of everything coming out just a couple weeks later, it is 100% going to be a wait on it sort of thing.
All right. Some anime news. Here we got Attack on Titan 3 here. Let's take a look at this one.
Spoilers for the whole last season too, if you aren't caught up.
I don't know. I feel like graphical wise, didn't look the most impressive.
This is Omega Force, so their games are always sort of lower. They're just a smaller team. This is like the studio that does like Dynasty Warriors.
Gotcha.
I've played both of the first two that they've done of these, and I enjoyed them quite a bit. Certainly graphically, I would say they've always been behind everything else. And I don't know. I guess it's just because they're a small team. But the gameplay mechanics they designed for how like the gear works is very fun and like very intuitive, and it manages to like actually feel like as fast as Show can without like feeling like too chaotic or like impossible to keep track of. That's like the most impressive thing about these, and this one will just be the first one where the whole series is over, so they can pull from all of it to like design levels and stuff.
And July 1st.
Now that is just when we're going to learn more about it. I thought it was a release date at first too, but that's just them saying like, we'll
next
be
scouting
back again to talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha there. Awesome stuff.
The second one of those actually had a pretty fun online multiplayer mode too, which I normally don't touch a lot of, but yeah, obviously I was probably going to check that one out.
Very cool. This was also a big one. I know a lot about this game, that it's pretty popular, and then a lot of people go like, "Oh wow, they're actually doing a sequel to it." That's Wolf Among Us. I haven't played the first one, but I know it's
there's alongside the sequel, there's a remaster of the first one coming out sometime this fall.
Let's take a look here.
Homicide. 6 total so far. Each case, husband and wife found. Shredded. People. Some monster is out there. Order on the precinct is. You're the guy to call.
Got the Cowardly Lion, and you got the Tin Man.
Yeah,
you got an anime Nazi right there.
That's Dorothy too.
Oh, that's Dorothy. Oh, okay.
Her alias is Dot Gale.
Okay. Oh yeah, Dorothy there.
Bigby, Sheriff, I'll have your job within the week.
Are you living under a rock? You're a raging dumpster fire of a person.
You're the reason I'm here.
She's a detective.
Damn.
Ready to get to work?
I feel like this was like one of the really big Telltale games when it came out.
For sure. I'd say it's probably the most popular after that original Walking Dead one. I loved the first one. I love the art style of it, the like neon noir sort of feel. the remaster coming as well. Should, maybe not all the way up to how the second game looks, but bump up the original's visuals quite a bit, which it already, because it's so stylized, aged fairly well. So I'm sure that'll look really great. We didn't get like gameplay footage of that remaster yet exactly, but no, I'm super pumped for this. I'm a huge fan of the original, and it's been a long time. I mean, I played, that came out on like the PS3, so
yeah, and this 2013 this came out.
2013, yeah. So it's been 13 years. Yeah, no, I'm pumped. I mean, they announced the sequel a number of years ago, and it's just been like delayed, and it sort of is like, okay, are you guys really doing it even? It's been so long since you said it. This was them finally showing something and going like, hey, we're working on it. It's not dead.
Awesome. So yeah, 13 years people waited. And looks like they're gonna wait just a little bit more for it, but the announcement has been 2027. No real exact specific release date, just 2027. 2027.
At least that remaster's coming out. I could sort of tide people over, which, I'm sure it'll get a little lost in the shuffle of the September, but at least they got, the original on like all platforms, so people can go back and check that out.
So is that everything from I think that's everything from Summer Games
That's
Fest.
everything from Summer Games Fest. I do have a couple other things from the Xbox show still.
Okay. What else you got from the Xbox show?
So we have, let me scroll down to the Xbox links here. We got an awesome trailer for Doom the Dark Ages DLC.
Let me go to that.
The only thing about this I think kind of is not good is the title, which is Doom the Dark Ages Revelations. I feel like Revelations is by far the laziest subtitle you could slap on something. But the actual gameplay looks awesome. So.
Okay. Okay, I see this list right here. Okay. Very good there. Let's take a look. Hold on. Okay. Let's take a look here.
By your accent of bias, urgent emotions in the wake of your actions. I follow you now.
So is this like DLC content, or is this like a full game? Or
this is DLC.
Okay.
But it's got some interesting new gameplay mechanics going on.
This place is your pain-given shape.
I'm trying to pull a Silent Hill on Doom guy because that's not going to go well for anybody. Except for him. Yeah, these weapons are all brand new, though.
Oh, okay. Dual wielding spear plus gun. Kratos spear couldn't do all that.
If there's anybody that's even more over the top than Kratos, it is the Doom Slayer.
With the Slayer gone, have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated.
And there's more of that Cthulhu dimension being shown off, it looks like, too.
Is with him.
And then this whole, like, staying in the air by using, like, a chain to swing around, like... I mean, that just looks fantastic.
The Slayer is alive, and we're going to find him.
There definitely appears to be some, like, continuation and extension of the story. And I don't even know what's going on there.
July 7th. Okay. Are you gonna pick up the DLC right away or no?
I actually technically own it already.
Oh, you bought the deluxe edition?
That's the thing is I didn't even when the game first came out, but then later the like season pass or deluxe upgrade or whatever was on sale from like $30 down to like 10 or something like that. So I just jumped on the sale and yeah.
I know you didn't have this on your list, but this was also pretty big there. Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah, I've never been like a huge Gears of War, but like for as far as the presentation goes, this is one of the big things they had. Is one of like kind of the top 3 Xbox franchises, although it did come to PlayStation, so I don't know how you count that now. But yeah,
let's take a look. I've played, I think, the first 2 of the Gears of War games, maybe. When I first got an Xbox 360.
Way back in the day.
No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me.
And this is supposed to be like a prequel.
We need guns.
Because aren't all these dudes dead, right?
They're like the main 4 characters in the first 2 games or something like that.
Yeah, but didn't they die in like the final game, or they came back or something, or what?
I'm pretty sure the last game ended on because there's been 5 of these, and I think the last one has like a cliffhanger that this being a prequel isn't resolving or something like that. To be honest, I've never like the story in Gears of War and like the characters have always been very bland to me. They sort of it's sort of taking Warhammer 40K and sort of taking all the more out there sort of fantasy sci-fi aspects of it out and sort of just leaving the dude bro chainsaw sword cut monster sort of part, which again, not to say that that's bad. I think these games can be fun, but a little unremarkable in terms of like style and identity, I think.
They're fun action games. I like to appreciate how fun of action games are.
Yeah, and I think the gameplay in them is genuinely very solid mechanically. It's just like the characters in the world are sort of forgettable, I think.
The world is full of weapons, waiting to be used.
We good, Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
Fred Durst.
Cover me.
Seems like typical Gears of War stuff.
Yeah, it's just better looking than the next version of it. I can't imagine that this is going to do a whole lot for Gears of War that's already done. Which, if you're a big fan of the series, then great. It's more of what you want. For someone like me that sort of finds the whole aesthetic and sort of the style of it to be a little bland, I don't think this is going to change my mind. But
good cutting people up, monsters, blood everywhere.
So what now, Marcus? We save everyone.
I just think though, when you look at like Warhammer, it's got all those things, and then it's crazy colorful, and in space, and there's like 1,000 different types of creatures instead of just the same one the whole time.
And this is coming out this year, October 6th. So this year.
Yeah. And at least for now, this is only coming out on Xbox. This is sort of them sort of going like, oh, but like, hey, maybe we have exclusives still. But, give it 6 months to a year.
Because the developer clarified it, right? He was like, yeah, it's only going to be on Xbox, or he said he didn't have control over it or something. Or...
Well, what I have read is that there's a, insider, Jeff Grubb, who talks about a lot of stuff. And this guy was saying that there is a completed file sitting there of the PlayStation version of this game. And they just are sort of leaving it there because with the new CEO that took over Microsoft took over Xbox, it seems like she's sort of trying to dance between and see like, well, people say they want exclusives, but like, if we release a game exclusively, does it sell well? And then if it doesn't, sell well enough, then they're totally going to go back on what they're saying and release a PS5 version later. It's all going to be like, how well do these games perform sales wise?
Okay. And then let's see. Let's check out this Star Trek game right here.
Yeah, this one was interesting because this was at IGN Live, which isn't even like the Summer Games Fest or like the game events exactly. It's like IGN is like a multi-day. I'm thinking it's over at this point, but yeah, over the weekend had this like multi-day sort of event, and this was like the biggest reveal or thing that came out of that.
So this is Shadow Frontier, Star Trek.
And that's the thing that really throws me is the blooper team thing.
Who did Silent Hill? Right?
Did Silent Hill 2 remake. Chronos The New Dawn, which I still have to get around to playing. Was working on Silent Hill 1. They also, I didn't put it in the list, but they also announced a Saw game by them at the Game Awards. It's more of like the multiplayer, like 4 versus 1 or whatever thing. But like this seems like it's going to be a third-person survival horror Star Trek game, which I just think is such a fascinating concept.
That is not going to happen.
Do you know what type of alien she is?
Jaboran. I can't remember. But she is the character from like the Next Generation. Like this was a minor, like smaller character that was introduced in like later seasons of Next Generation. So this is, they got the actress back and everything. So,
okay.
But from what I understand, her alien race of people did have some like pretty horrific like atrocities committed by like another alien race at one point. I don't know the details super strongly, but it seems like there's a lot of like deep sort of disturbing like PTSD from like war and genocide in this character's background. So if you're really going to take it like a genuine psychological horror approach to that, I don't know, that could be just a really interesting sort of special Star Trek thing, which granted, I don't think there's been like a great Star Trek thing recently. So, I think we could really use that fresh blood.
Alien Isolation, what they did for Alien, and maybe this could be its Alien Isolation for Star Trek, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll play closer to a Silent Hill or a Resident Evil, where like you have an actual like gun, or I guess phaser in this case. But I mean, do like a survival horror Star Trek game. I'm fascinated by the concept being sold here.
Okay. So this is her, Michelle Forbes. Okay.
Yeah, that's her in the old show.
Yeah, very cool there. Very awesome. Looks like I've seen her somewhere else before. It seems like, I think.
God, she was in True Blood. I think
maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe she was in True Blood. Yeah. She get naked in True Blood?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She was like the villain in like season 2, I think.
Oh, she was also in Battlestar Galactica too. Maybe that's also where I remember her. She was in Battlestar Galactica. She was also in Homicide: Life on the Streets. Man, that's also remember. Awesome stuff. And she was also in Hunger Games. She was in the first one, or she was in Mockingjay Part 2. Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah. So that was that. Let's check out this Fable one. This Fable one also got big attention too. Fable Isabel, hero of the Wrath March.
I think Wraith March.
Wraith March.
And this is an actor debut too, because this is the first time we've seen this person in any of these trailers at all.
Right. They was complaining about her
I
too.
remember the moment.
Of course, I'm sure.
Let's take a scroll back here.
Do I remember the moment my powers came in? Well, I was being crushed to death with seawater and
I mean, imagine complaining about Haley Atwell and the way she looks. Like, come on.
whilst holding onto my sister's hand.
So she looked bad in the game, man. They made her look ugly in the game, man.
I remember
Pretty
her
in real life,
fingers
but just
gripped
like
so
Abraham
tightly in
Ward.
mine
There's
that
an
her
agenda,
nails
man.
drew blood.
They just look like them.
Until I lost her grip.
And she's the villain of the game, I think.
It seems like that's maybe what they're setting up here, but I don't know. I don't know if she's actually the big villain, or if she's just a significant supporting player. But because they've given like bits and pieces of narrative, but I still feel like this game's overall story is very unclear and sort of waiting to be revealed.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power. How do they use it? Killing mindless beasts.
Now, have you ever played any of the Fable games?
I have not.
I'm a huge fan of the very first one. I never really got into the sequels as much, but that first one is just like a really, I think, great fantasy RPG. And it's got a great villain, that first one.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
What the fuck was that?
I was just
sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Also, partially Fable's thing is that it's just like foul-mouthed British like punk humor.
Look, I will tell you what I told them. Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
I'm that hero.
Looks like you can fight it, eh?
Yeah, definitely looks like a boss fight. She might be the full main villain.
Is me.
Somebody said, "Can I romance the villain?" Or no? Or is that an option?
This game, it will do it too, but you'll be able to get like you'll be able to do like romance like basically any NPC. Now that's interesting right there. One, thank God it's not coming out in September. They actually pushed it back to next year. Now this was the villain in the first game, the Jack of Blades, and it seems like this new one sort of is a reboot continuity wise. And this was I think a huge part. This villain is a big part of what made that first game so good. So I'm like very curious to see, like, because they've never really revisited him or sort of anything that was going on with him in the sequels, and now my interest is like extra peaked because of that shot.
February 23rd, 2027. There, you can pre-order it now. Right now, very cool there.
Famous Xbox exclusive, pre-orderable on PS5.
Some people excited to see Jack back. People like that. So people like that there. Someone said this is my GTA 6 there. Very awesome.
As far as Xbox exclusive series go, this was always, I think, one of my favorites.
Another one right here. We got Castlevania Belmont's Curse there. Yeah. So I was looking for a release date for this. We finally did get a release date with this right here. Let's take a look at this trailer. Very cool. Not September either.
That's true. It's not September.
Dracula's castle is just ahead.
God, the art style is so good.
Just like my father, mother, and their allies before me.
And this character is from an old school Castlevania games too.
So it's not woke. It's happened before. Huh? You played and beat that game Replaced, right? Or was it called?
No, that's only come out on the Xbox so far.
Oh, okay, right. You couldn't get
Well,
it.
it's the newest Xbox. Yeah, I haven't been able to yet. Either I gotta get the newest Xbox system, or I have to wait for it to eventually get a PS5 release.
Didn't they announce something new with the Xbox in this showcase? Anything? I thought I saw something. They did something new technology-wise with it or something.
No, I don't think so.
I've always wanted a pet Belmont.
Stupid girl. I will show you what hell.
Beautiful, yeah, beautiful animation with this.
Really, really great style.
And I will hunt the night.
I'm excited to see that 2026 October. I can see that. Very cool. 15th. Perfect time.
That's
Good
a
run.
great piece of art too.
Yeah. And her arm is just using her abilities, or is it just?
I'm not 100% sure what's going on there.
Yeah. Hopefully she don't end up like that girl from Silent Hill. So yeah. Cut it off. Yeah, it seems like she's using her arm for the other things, and maybe that's her magical arm that she's using.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely pick this up right away there. This was after when I first saw this, I was like, yeah, I got to get this. Definitely something to play on the road, on a plane, something like that. I could definitely try it out there. It won't be on, I think, yeah, so it's only going to come on Xbox. So,
it's coming out on PS5 too.
Okay. And Switch, so only just the Switch 2 though, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the Switch. But it should also be on Steam. So I mean, if you've got your PC as well.
Yeah, I got a PC, but for this, yeah. So this does say it will come out later in the year for Nintendo Switch, but so that means December maybe.
Okay.
So December. So maybe it comes out in December for the Nintendo Switch. So it doesn't say Nintendo Switch 2, it just says Nintendo Switch.
Okay. So hopefully that means both versions.
So yeah, hopefully they can do that. But yeah, you're right. It is coming out on PlayStation 5 too. And it just showed it Xbox because it is Xbox, so they're only going to just show their thing on there.
Sometimes they do put the PS5 logo on some of these though, which is kind of funny.
They're like, "Fuck it, we know you gonna buy it anyway on PS5." Yeah, fuck it, yeah, why not? Let's see, this game Mortis.
Yes, that's another one we've looked at before. It's first person. It is like, what if you mixed Dark Souls, Resident Evil into like a BioShock first person game with set in like Napoleonic France?
I think this kind of sounds familiar. Let's take a look.
What would you give for victory? Your life? The lives of your sons? The line between victory and defeat is thin. What if you had within you power, terrible and divine, to destroy your enemies, break their will? Would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it?
Oh yeah, I think I do remember.
If destiny was there, within reach, could you sacrifice everything?
It's almost some like Doom style platforming as well.
Yeah. BioShock a little bit.
Definitely.
You like it being in first person?
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, it's a Souls-like, and that's never really been done yet. So push the genre into new styles. I think that's great.
Valor Mortis. Oh, Vincent Cassell. Oh, he's Napoleon.
That really threw me for a loop too.
Doesn't really look too much like Vincent Cassell there. Definitely guess that.
Well, that's I don't think supposed to be Napoleon there. I think it switches to a different shot when it gets up close on the eyes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. And September.
Yeah. See, this is another one of those games where if it came out when there wasn't a lot else going on, I think I would be willing to pick it up kind of right away because I think this concept just looks original and interesting, and it's just a unique combination of things. But when you put it in that minefield of everything else, it's like, all right, you're going like 6th down on this list.
It says here the demo is on Steam. So you could try that out there. Yeah, so somebody said, "Oh my God, that week is so full," and then somebody said, "Yeah, all afraid of GTA 6." So I kind of got that there. Someone said that the main character looks like Todd Howard.
I don't know if I see it, but it's funny.
Someone said it's on Game Pass. It's awesome there.
It will be on Game Pass.
Which they said Game Pass lost 50% of its subscribers when they did the price hike. I saw that.
Yeah, well, they just recently dropped the price.
Okay.
So I thought that's probably going to get some people back. Like No Name, for example, I know was going to cancel after some of the price hikes, but ended up keeping it because they dropped the price back down. Because I think Xbox realized, so they saw that drop off, they understood that they can't be charging this much for this thing. I think the compromise was you're not going to get Call of Duty on Game Pass anymore. So they were able to lower the price by taking
what a
Call
loss.
of Duty off.
No Call of Duty. Yeah. So my sister lost millions of subscribers, increased the price by 50% with the price hike.
Inside of a year too.
Yeah. So you had that. So I wonder what it is now. Does this article say what the prices are now? I do wonder. Because I think when originally it was what, $10 originally?
Something like that. 10, maybe 15.
Okay, so I think now it's back to 10. It seems like plans started at 10.
That is like the low tier version. So that didn't really change. But like the Ultimate was originally 15, and then that went up in price, and then they've got it to the point over this last year where it was like $30 a month. So they dropped it from 30 down to 22.
Yeah, so it's $22.99. So premium, so essential is like 10, premium is $14.99, then ultimate is $22.99. So it looks like these two, ultimate and PC only, are the ones they changed the prices on.
Yeah,
it's a lower price. And this one, the PC only, $13.99. Okay.
Now it's going to be cheaper because it's got less stuff attached to it. But yeah, even Ultimate was like at one point not even as much as that, but they pushed it to $30, and that's when people were just like, okay, absolutely not.
500 plus games playable on console, PC, and more devices. New games on day one: EA Play, Fortnite Crew, and Ubisoft Plus Classics. Unlimited cloud gaming at our best quality with the shortest wait times. Benefits for games like Legends, like League of Legends and Call of Duty Warzone. Online console multiplayer, earn 4 times reward points.
I like owning my games, so even if PlayStation had this, I just don't think I'd ever use it.
All right. Another game you showed here was The Magicians, The Devil's Deal.
This is super out of left field and just like brand new.
Let's take a look here.
Very Bioshocky as well, and especially in its art style.
Admirers of the mysteries of magic, take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises, for our next act is about to begin. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you prepared to witness feats both mystifying and illuminating? Watch closely then, and let the shadows tell their story. Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had other plans. He pulled Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination they command. Take what should have been his. Escape if he can.
Jacob's Ladder type thing, or
that's your cue. Run.
It's like a first-person shooter, but
the closest will come to a Zatara game.
maybe, yeah.
But I thought you hated magicians.
See, but this is like somebody just doing like a legitimate magic in a fantasy setting. I hate like the bullshit. Like, was it Now You See Me, where they're like, oh no, they're just doing illusions, and I'm like, no, they're doing magic. Stop lying to me.
2027 here. Okay, I like this. This is kind of cool there.
Like another game that has a very Bioshock-esque sort of feel to it.
Very much so. Yeah, all these, like you said, magic kind of doing. You do cards. You got the wand there. Very kind of old school magician type thing there. Okay. I wonder how it's gonna do there. Very awesome there. So just vague 2027. No other real details there about the release date.
It did show like actual gameplay footage in the last part of the trailer, though, so they're at least like far enough along to like have real footage of the game. So,
very true there. Maybe it's going to spring. Maybe that's going to be the new thing. Everybody's coming out in spring there.
It does seem to happen a couple times a year where everybody wants to release at the same time. I don't know why. No one ever learns.
Very cool. So is that everything from the Microsoft Expo?
Yeah, I guess the only other trailer that there was floating around out there was it was sort of released separately as its own thing, but they also announced a remaster of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. I don't know if you saw that, the old like PS2 Xbox game.
Yeah.
But that was like separate, but that is the last game trailer from this last week of just an onslaught of game shows. And this is kind of what like that game Gigabash right now is sort of trying to be a spiritual successor to. Where this old there were 3 of them, but that was a studio called Pipeworks that developed these Godzilla games, and they were super cool. I played a ton of them back in the day. Just a fun little remaster.
Dope. Mecha Godzilla. November 3rd remaster. Huh.
Now that they're brave enough to go up against GTA 6.
Yeah, they fuck it. Why not? Counter programming, I guess. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about this. I know this was also something that kind of got a little traction. Crazy Taxi. They're doing this.
Yeah, it's part of like the revival of Sega, various like Sega games. I was annoyed because I kept thinking like, oh, one of these shows they'll show Jet Set Radio, and then the Sega thing pops up, and it's like, oh, no, still not it. Did you play Crazy Taxi back in the day?
I did not.
I never did either, so I don't have any like.
I know
nostalgia for it.
Your governor, don't he love this game? I think he was playing it on stream, right?
I believe he was.
Yeah. Who's he playing it with? He's playing with AOC or something?
I think so. Yeah, I think they were playing Crazy Taxi together. Just so relatable.
Well, that's what the kids, man. They all on streaming, man. He's trying to connect with the kids, man. That's what he's trying to do, man. What you want to play? Call of Duty? That'd be better. Play some Call of Duty.
No, I don't know.
Fortnite?
Maybe something from this century. I don't know.
Play some Ben Shapiro. Get on that Fortnite. Him and Ben Shapiro should go each other in Fortnite, man.
You know, I'd kind of like to hear what the argument that would ensue would sound like, but
yeah. So just Crazy Taxi. They're bringing it back, 2027 as well.
Yeah. So it was at the Game Awards 2023. They announced it was like a montage of like a bunch of different old Sega games that hadn't gotten sequels in a long time. It's Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, Virtua Fighter, and then Shinobi. Now the Shinobi game came out last year. Or maybe the year before. Why is there a bubble with a thumbs up appearing above my head? I've never seen that before.
Really?
Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Oh yeah.
What the
okay.
fuck? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just,
some AI's doing me.
Maybe there's something in my computer. I'm gonna have to disable or something.
No. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh. There you go. I don't know.
All right.
It's got something special going on over there. Yeah.
Did Jazz Hands do anything? Like what? what signals are causing this?
I don't know. What kind of special settings you got going on over there? Oh man. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, they had this whole collection of like Sega games. They were announcing like new versions or new sequels to a bunch of series. I've been waiting on Jet Set Radio. That's the one I'm like just hanging on for a word of. And it had a bunch of leaks like the day before these showcases started. So I was convinced it was going to finally show up because it's been almost 3 years already. But nope, Crazy Taxi instead.
Okay, so I think that's all really a lot of them. There was the Future Game Show there.
They didn't really have, I don't think, too much that I was interested in at that one. They did talk about the Hellraiser game, but it was mostly someone talking about it and not a lot of actual new footage. So
let's see here. War Dogs, The Pines. I think I saw this when I was like kind of watching it when I was playing something.
It sort of feels like someone trying to rip off Alan Wake.
So you had that. Then what else you got here? More Ace Combat. There. Little Nightmares 3. Seems like it's DLC. Engine Fall, multi-extraction shooter.
There's quite a few extraction shooters.
Gothic 1 remake. I don't know the first Gothic 1.
Yeah, it's not a series I ever really messed with. Oh, I forgot about that Vincent Van Gogh game. That was kind of a standout.
What, Realm of Ink?
No, the Vincent Van Gogh game. A couple Sky Children of the Light.
This one?
It's literally like a Vincent Van Gogh video game. It's just surprising. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know exactly what you're even doing in it, but
one of these cozy games.
I think it's a bit of a cozy game.
Oh, you talk to the Force Ghost of Vincent Van Gogh. I don't think you want to do that. That guy was pretty crazy. I don't know if you want to do that. But I do love the art of Vincent Van Gogh. I do love his art.
I mean, if it's just a game, just got a bunch of his art, I mean, that could be cool. As far as like gameplay mechanics, I don't know what you could really do there. Although there is an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where he does Vincent Van Gogh does pick a street fight with somebody.
Really? Okay.
Well, it's a person's power named Bohemian Rhapsody, which is causing all fictional or like all art to just like come to life. So it's a painting, it's a self-portrait of Vincent Van Gogh that has come to life and is using a paintbrush as a gun and he's like trying to pick a fight with someone in the street. It's pretty weird.
Was this it?
Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay. And this was also it, right? This from the what the
That's the manga version, yeah.
Why has he got elf ears?
That they just do that sometimes in well, in that season of JoJo, they just randomly do that. It seems to have no significance other than just for the sake of it. None of the other seasons ever have that, but for some reason that one just started. There's a lawyer that looks like a deer for some reason. There's never a reason for it. They never say, or like there's something special about him. He just is kind of like deer ears. I don't know.
There was more stuff from Halloween the game, new gameplay footage there.
I think they showed a little bit more of like what the single player version of that is.
Yeah. Realm of Ink there.
Sort of a Hades-esque thing, but
this looks kind of
less
interesting. Roguelike with a gorgeous brushstroke art style. It's out right now. It's on PC. So people can check it out. Realm Inc. So people who want to check it out. I'm just skim through this.
It's very much the same sort of like camera angle and everything as Hades. It's definitely aping that sort of feel.
Yeah. Art style. It kind of reminds me of that game with the wolf or the dog. What's that game?
Okami.
Okami. Can't remember. It reminds me a little bit of that.
It definitely has a similar feel.
Dusk Fade. Let's see what else here. Hold on. Share my screen here. On the Trail. Oh yeah, I think we've seen this game before. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a DLC for it because I think that came out a while ago.
Wheelmates. Was that? I think we talked about this before, right? Wheelmates. Was that kind of like toy car racing game, or?
I think it actually might be a different one.
Okay. Waifu Tactical Force.
Anime style.
Waifu Tactical Force. What the hell is that? Okay.
It's not good, I'll tell you that.
A new trailer for WTF introduces the game's revamped movement system with which complements its stylized shooter gameplay. It's coming to PC soon there. So you play as a waifu? Like the pillow or some shit? Okay.
This is just a bunch of gooner anime girl designs. That's it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Shooting at each other in an arena. That's all there is to it.
Okay. All the Nazis are going to be using this as their profile pictures. Okay.
Probably.
Gotcha. All right. Then you got Be My Horde. Roguelike, where you play as a commanding necromancer overseeing a loyal army of minions. Fading Echo. Prison of Husk. Kind of looks like Shadow of the Colossus just from the screen thing there. Forever Skies. Don't Fret. AGX GP. Marsupial 2. Okay. I don't know one. Denhai, the Ocean Pillar. They showed just a trailer for Resynced here. Black Flag, Resynced.
It's more or less stuff we've seen before.
Blasphemous 2. Defender of the Crown.
DLC for that.
Hold Fast. They Will Come.
If you build it, they will come.
Sinking City 2. Skate Sphere. Vampire Survivors. We talked about this before?
Vampire Survivors has been around for a bit. It's had so many DLCs. It's just like the most recent expansion for it.
The Altars. Amino. Kodura. Did we talk about Kodura before? I feel like I've seen something like that.
I think it's new. It's sort of another like asynchronous multiplayer horror game.
Chronoscript, Appearance, My Cannibal Family. play as Texas Chainsaw Massacre family. Okay.
Yeah, more or less.
Mistfall Hunter. And this was Clive Barker's Hellraiser reveal.
I was surprised they didn't get a release date for that. They're still saying 2026, but
September. Dead Root.
that's right. We did get a trailer for the Tomb Raider game. That looks really great.
Then we did that with State of Play, right? Or this is different.
Or maybe that is the same one.
Yeah, Legacy of Atlantis. Yeah. Excellent. So yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. That was pretty much it with that. Very good stuff
it
there.
took longer to get through those because there's more than I even remembered.
Yeah. Anything? Yeah. That was pretty much it. All the big trailers, huh?
Yeah, that was I mean, I tried to be thorough. There's certainly stuff I left out that is like big, maybe for other people, like like Gears of War. We talked about it. I didn't have it on the list originally, but there's the Halo 1 remake that's also coming out for PlayStation 5 later, which is, I just am not a Halo guy, but I'm sure there's a lot of people very excited about that game.